Mr. Chairman, unfortunately, the reactions to the incident by the Polish and European political establishments and the media raise big questions in these circumstances. The head of EU diplomacy, Kaja Kallas, without waiting for official conclusions, has already rushed to make loud statements about the allegedly deliberate violation of Polish airspace, promoting her favorite thesis of investing in the defense of Europe, that is, the continuation of its militarization. Hysterical exclamations about the alleged spread of Russia's aggression are also heard from other European capitals. All this is very similar to an information campaign, the purpose of which is to maintain the level of external mobilization around Ukraine and further push allies to new arms supplies.
This is not the first time that drones have been detected in neighboring countries during the full-scale war in Ukraine. But it is the first time that multiple drones have flown so deep into a neighboring country's airspace. This alarming incident took place against the backdrop of continued large-scale Russian missile and drone attacks on Ukraine. According to President Zelensky, during the night of 9 to 10 September, Russia launched 415 drones and over 40 cruise and ballistic missiles against 15 regions of Ukraine, resulting in civilian casualties, including at least one death.
The United States stands by our NATO allies in the face of these alarming airspace violations. The United States is consulting with Poland and our other NATO allies under Article 4 of the North Atlantic Treaty. And rest assured, we will defend every inch of NATO territory.
Russian officials have repeatedly accused others, primarily Ukraine and its allies, of engaging in terrorist attacks by using drones to target non-military infrastructure. The opposite is true. In fact, it is Russia that uses these weapons against civilians. Events in Poland just 2 days ago prove once again every Russian accusation eventually turns out to be a confession. We know, and I repeat, we know that it was not a mistake. Poland, together with allied Dutch, German, and Italian military forces, acted calmly, professionally, and decisively, executing our right to defend territorial integrity. The drones that threatened Polish citizens and critical infrastructure were shot down preemptively. Drones are instruments of terror that have shattered homes and communities across Ukraine. 2 days ago, they tried to target Polish homes. This is one of them in a village called Wyryki in eastern Poland. Representative of the Russian Federation claimed that maybe these were not Russian drones. This is the evidence of that, including signs in Russian on the parts of the drone.
I thank His Excellency Mr. Bosacki for...
It was a conscious decision. It was a conscious decision of Russia to cross yet another red line and test our patience, the patience of the international community. And it was a conscious decision of Russia to deliberately escalate this war. And if this escalation is left without a decisive reaction, Russia will not stop with Poland. Tomorrow, it could be drones or even missiles falling on Berlin, Paris, or London, and the day after, who knows, something might even accidentally cross the Atlantic.
For the first time since the beginning of Russia's full-scale invasion against Ukraine in 2022, Poland's territorial integrity and simultaneously NATO and EU airspace was violated on such an unprecedented and massive scale. This outrageous incident was preceded by various Russian violations of airspaces in the past. Therefore, Poland, for the first time in its history, has decided to request the convening of an emergency meeting of the UN Security Council, acting in the spirit of preventive diplomacy. The meeting was requested because Russia's reckless actions represent not only a breach of international law, but also a destabilizing escalation that brings the entire region closer to conflict than at any time in recent years.